there, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to do this Diane Von Furstenberg 2016 spring runway look for you guys. I found this look to be just absolutely stunning on all of the women. It was the blue-green eyeshadows kind of coming back from the 80s, which was super nostalgic to me since I'm an 80s baby, but it wasn't overdone. It was very soft and ethereal. How do you say that word? I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, I liked the flowers in the hair, the big hair. It just all was so soft, so feminine. It wasn't overdone with the cheeks. It wasn't overdone with the contour. Everything was dewy, glowy, and just super springy. So I have also teamed up with a bunch of other of my YouTube friends and beauties, and their links are down below so you guys can watch their spring looks as well. I hope that you guys like this look, and if you want to see how I recreated Diane Von Furstenberg's look, please stay and watch ahead.
First up, I'm going to use the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm in Sensitive. And yes, I still stand by this product for $6. It's absolutely amazing. Just make sure that you blend it all the way in until the skin is tacky. Next, I'm going to use the Tarte Maracuja Oil along with the Lumi Cushion, and I use N3.5. I take 3 drops of the Maracuja Oil, and then I take a stippling brush and make sure that I blend it into the product, and then grab my Lumi Cushion and go ahead and put the foundation all over my entire face. I use the Maracuja Oil along with the Lumi Cushion to really give me that super dewy, fresh look that I was after since the Diane Von Furstenberg runway show. The girls had very dewy looking skin. Next, I took my favorite, the Cover FX palette, and I'm going to use the first shade to do underneath my eyes to conceal and also on top of my eyes as like an eyeshadow base. Once I get both eyes done, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. And I will use my dampened pink beauty blender to blend out that number 1 from the Cover FX palette. Next, I'm going to use my all-time favorite, y'all know this is my ride or die, Laura Mercier translucent powder. I didn't want to use a ton because I still wanted this look to be very dewy, but I decided to take just a little bit underneath my eyes to help set the powder and so it would not crease. Also wanted a little extra of the powder there before I put the eyeshadow on. And of course, I went ahead and took off any excess. Next, I'm going to take the number 3 color in the Cover FX palette to kind of slightly contour just in my cheekbones. I didn't want to do a heavy contour because if you look at the models on the runway for 2016 Diane Von Furstenberg, they were very soft and feminine and not overly contoured at all. And I'm so excited. I finally was able to get the NYX Avant Pop palette, and I've been eyeing this one for a while, and I found that this would be perfect for this look. So I'm going to take the lightest kind of taupey nude color and use that with a blender brush on top of my brow bone. And just make sure that you really blend that color in. And next, I'm taking this kind of grayish color for my crease to use kind of as a transition color and just to kind of give me some base before I continue on with the darker blue and green colors. As you can see, I'm just really blending it out. It doesn't add a ton of color, but just kind of gives me a little bit more dimension, which is super great. And now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take this teal green color using a small blender brush, and I'm going to take it into my crease and kind of slightly above my crease, really blending it out. I didn't want this color to be super dark right here because I just really kind of like, if you look at the runway models, I liked how it was very transition and there was a little bit of teal green above the blue, and then of course the teal green underneath the eye. So again, just really blend this product in, getting it just to kind of give a light, nice coverage. Then I'm going to take the dark blue color and I'm really going to coat my eyeshadow brush. And I have to say I was super impressed with this eyeshadow. Normally with a less expensive eyeshadow you get a lot of fallout, so I was a little worried. I thought, okay, I'm gonna hold my breath and really hope this doesn't mess up everything I've just done. And sure as heck, this product did not leave any fallout. I mean, seriously impressed. You could not beat the price of this palette, which I believe was $12.99 or so at Ulta, and you can find it other places as well. Of course, I did this also on the second eye, and I really wanted to get a lot of color, so I kept going over it until I achieved the right color that I wanted. One thing with the Runway Girls is that it was very muted out on the edges, but bold on top of the eyes and underneath the eyes as well. Then I went ahead and took the blender brush and just started blending out the top of the color there a little bit more. I didn't want any harsh lines with this look. Then I'm going to take the Urban Decay makeup setting spray, sprayed a angled tip brush. Of course you can use any flat brush for this, and took the lightest teal color and really packed that color on underneath. I packed it on a lot, and then I would kind of work it out, and I also went slightly into the tear duct. And I did this on both eyes, making sure that the color really went on. And again, there was no fallout. Normally when you do bottom looks like this, even with using a setting spray, you can tend to get a lot of fallout, and then you end up having, you know, crazy colors underneath your eye. And so that's why people say, well, it's best to do your eyes first before you do your foundation. But I was trained differently, so I always end up doing my foundation first and then being like, oh crap. So anyway, I have to say I was super impressed with this eyeshadow. It's very creamy, it's super soft, it blends super easy, and it's really pigmented as well. So it's a must buy if you can get this Avant Pop. I think I'm gonna have to go back and get all three palettes. Next is the bronzer. I use the Hoola Benefits, which now is my favorite bronzer like ever. I absolutely love the way it blends. I like the color on my skin. It's just all around super pretty, and I think I'm gonna have to try the self tanner they just came out with as well. Next, on my cheeks, I just wanted again to continue with that dewy look. So this is a Tarte exclusive that came in the little gift kit with the maracuja oil, and it's their cheek stain, but you really could use any other cheek stain that kind of has a dewy look to it. This is just a light soft pink, and it was really beautiful. Then I wanted to take my new Gleam Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I went ahead and used a big blush brush and just blended the color on top. I didn't want this super concentrated in one spot, and that's why I took the very big blush brush. Do not mind my curlers, or not curlers, but my hair all pinned up. This is part of the look. However, it's starting to look pretty messy at this point. I did take a fan brush just to really blend out the edges. There was no product on that brush, disclaimer here, but I did want it to blend out so there were no lines. Then for my lips, because their lips were not really highly colored, I just took a Victoria's Secret gloss in the color Pinky and just gave it a nice glossy look. Next, I am going to use the Sonia Kashuk kohl pencil to tightline my waterline. I just wanted a little bit of definition, and I did not want to line any other parts of my eyes, keeping in looking just like the DFV Spring Runway models. Then of course I'm going to use another good old faithful Lancome Grandiose mascara and just took a light coat on both the bottom and top eyelashes. Didn't really need much, did not use fake lashes because again this look is very fresh and soft. Alright guys, that is it. That is my spring look for you guys that was inspired by Diane Von Furstenberg. I hope that you liked it. Please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also make sure that you check out all the other beauties that I'm collaborating with linked down below in the description box.